Jennifer from Flux. In this video, I'm going to show you how to put a cute little edge onto your project with the new Pomp-a-Doodle yarn from Red Heart. If you're not familiar with this yarn, it's new, and it is this kind of like cord or rope, and every so often there is a fun, fluffy pom-pom, and these pom-poms are super soft. Now, the yarn comes in lots of different colors, and I have two examples here. This one is called Meadow, and this is shades of blues and greens and white. And then this one here, I have another ball of this. This is called Cotton Candy, and this is shades of purples, pinks, and whites. Fun, fun yarn. So I have here a classic granny square blanket. Now you may recognize this blanket from our granny stash down project. So we're taking all of our scrap yarn and making a giant granny square in 2018. So I thought it would be fun if you're working on this project as well to learn how to put a fun edge on it when you're finished. So this yarn I grabbed, we're gonna just put a little bit of an edging on here just to get you started and give you an idea of how it goes. So I grabbed a hook, and then what we're gonna do is when you add yarn that has little dimensional elements like this, it tends to push it backward. So what we're going to do is we're going to flip our blanket over. So this is the right side. This is the side that faces you while you work. And I'm going to flip my blanket over. Now, this blanket is still a work in progress. This is part of, again, our stash down project. So I'm not quite ready to put an edge on it, but I just wanted to use this as an example to show you how to do it, because this is kind of like a scrappy multicolor project, and this is lots of fun colors as well. So flip your project over to the back. Now you can really do this with any project. I just chose a granny square. And this is our corner space. So what I'm going to do is tie the first pom-pom onto the corner space. And we can weave this little tail in later if we want to. Okay, so then what I'm going to do is, and I'm going to show you how it's going to push those pom-poms to the back. So because we're on the back side, it'll in turn push them to the front of the project, okay? So we have our first pom-pom one here. Now locate your first stitch or space or whatever you're going to be working, and insert your hook into the first stitch. Bring up, see where I'm wrapping yarn around hook, bring up a loop, and now go into the next one, bring up a loop. Now bring that loop through the loop already on your hook. Go to the next stitch, do the same thing. You can skip over the pom-pom if you need to. Bring that loop through the loop already on your hook. Now I'm at a space because I am doing a granny square. You may or may not have this. Bring up a loop, bring that loop through the loop already on your hook. We're just slip stitching across, okay? And then obviously this tail we'll deal with in just a moment. Go to the next stitch or space of your project, bring up a loop, bring that loop through the loop already on your hook. We might need to push the pom-pom out of the way. See how it's pushing them forward as I work? Go to the next stitch, bring up a loop, bring that loop through the loop already on your hook. If you get some pom-pom fibers in between the stitches, just kind of fluff them back to the front. Insert the hook into the next stitch or space, bring up a loop, bring that loop through the loop on your hook. And we're just going to do this all the way across. Now you might need, if you're using this on a large blanket, you might need a couple of balls of this. Each ball of the Pomp-a-Doodle is 14 yards, so it's not going to be a whole lot, but so you might need a couple balls of this depending on the size of your blanket. So just keep that in mind as you're shopping. Or what you can do is get a ball of it, put as much on as you can, and then, you know, get another ball if needed. Okay, so I'm just working basically easy slip stitches into every stitch and space of my blanket edge. Now this would also look really cute on a throw pillow. You could put it at the bottom edge of a little sweater or something like that. Okay, and as you can see, because remember we flipped our blanket over, all of our pom-poms are on the front. So doesn't that look pretty so far? Now, if I was making less of a scrappy sort of blanket, I would probably choose a solid color that matched more, but my blanket has kind of that whole stitchy multicolor feel anyway, so I feel like this yarn is just perfect. Okay, so we might need to grab a little bit more, and we're just going to keep going all the way across with our slip stitches as far as you want to take it, and it does make a very nice dense little pom-pom border. Now, if you're finding that with your particular hook or project that your pom-poms are too crowded, or you want them a little bit more spaced out, try using a single crochet stitch and opt for a larger hook. You could also do, if you want to space them out a little bit more, you could try working a chain and skipping over a stitch just to kind of space them out a little bit more. See how there's like a little bit of space there now in between? I'm going to back up because it'll stick out on my project if I have a big space there on my particular project. But just keep going across with your slip stitches, and it's going to get those pom-poms nice and snug up against one another. Just like that. Okay, so let's flip our project over and see what we've done here, okay? I'm just gonna flip my blanket over so you can see the bottom edge. Okay, so we have a cute pom-pom border. So, whoops, and I just pulled it apart a little bit. So what we can do is just keep going all the way around. Now, once you've worked, once you come to a corner, you'll want to work a couple of slip stitches all in that corner space to help it round the corner. Otherwise, it's going to pull in a little bit. But we can keep going with this and add a pom-pom border. Now, I'm going to keep making my blanket a little bit bigger, but I just wanted to show you because I got this yarn in the mail. Special thanks to Red Heart for sending me this beautiful yarn to play with. But I just wanted to show you how to add a really fun pom-pom border to your blanket or what have you. Thanks so much for watching, and be sure and click the subscribe button to get all the latest Fiber Flux video updates. Thanks again.